So Fox News, the purveyor of like garbage throughout the nine realms, has come out with a new hot take. Squad W, indeed. They've come out with a new hot take, which is that Chinese people are trying to overthrow the U.S. from the inside. They're like a cell, right? They're like a virus, like the coronavirus. They hop in and they're trying to destroy us through just horrible means by existing. It's pretty terrible, honestly. Um, and Fox News is not new to this. They do this for a long time about, black thugs. We all know about that. Dirty immigrants coming in and ruining our country. We all know about that. But they've got a new banger for all of us. And that is Chinese students. Okay, so how do I know this? From Tuck Tuck himself, Tucker Carlson suggests excluding Chinese students from American universities. Says they're trying to displace us. Let's watch this. Let's watch the video.
I hope so. I mean, we can start by ceasing the subsidizing of the education for the children of Chinese elites. I know this is off topic, but I can't resist. Our colleges and universities, almost every one of which is supported by taxpayers in the end, educate at a net loss the children of the people who are trying to displace us. Why are we doing that?
Yeah, and we also allow those educational institutions to take money directly almost from the Chinese government. These Confucius Institutes, as they're sometimes called, Tucker, that are on campuses all across the country, directly subsidized by Beijing. You might ask, why do American campuses allow these Chinese government outposts on their own campuses? And the reason is they get paid to. I mean, it's actually lucrative. So yes, we have got to stop this cozy dealing with Beijing on our campuses now.
So I think we got a good gist there. So Tucker Carlson, he knows the Chinese are they're a slippery bunch. Yes, yo, dude, what the fuck indeed? The Chinese, they're a slippery bunch, and they're setting up their Confucius Institutes to brainwash our poor, soft brain, malleable skull, students with Confucius Institutes, which, mind you, are just things they are funded by the Chinese government. We are starting to roll those back. They're just like these outposts that the Chinese government pays for that teaches students Chinese and talks about Chinese culture. That's literally it. That's all. It's not like this. It's not like this a terrorist cell that's being set up on school grounds. When I went to college, when I was in university, there was one on my campus. I never went to it, but there was like a really cute Chinese girl Asian girl who worked there. I was not sure if she's Chinese. She's real cute though. I was dating at the time, so we window shop, boys. We don't cheat. Displace us. Isn't that incredible, right? Chinese students are the children of the people trying to displace us. I wonder what he means by that. Well, we have someone else who wants to talk to us, and it is Mr. Tom Cotton, the Republican from Arkansas. He wants to say he has a couple words about Chinese students as well. It is literally the Great Replacement. You're right. They are dog whistling the Great Replacement on national TV, mind you. The talking head shows, the primetime talking head shows on Fox News are some of the most watched news television in the country. They're banned. Fox News is banned in many other countries, so not like around the world, but in this country, it's one of the like most watched news shows in the country, and they're literally dog whistling the Great Replacement. Isn't that wild?
Intellectual property for decades, and they're not going to magically stop in the middle of a pandemic. You know, in almost every state in the union, there are active cases against Chinese nationals. In Arkansas, for instance, they're accused of having stolen proprietary genomes of our farmers in East Arkansas. But in the middle of a pandemic, what's the most valuable intellectual property in the world? It's the research that our great laboratories and life science companies are doing on prophylactic drugs, therapeutic drugs, and ultimately a vaccine. So I have little doubt that the Chinese intelligence services are actively trying to steal America's intellectual property as it relates to the virus that they unleashed on the world. Because of course,
there it is. So the virus that they unleashed onto the world. So we got all the great bangers. We got the great bangers. They're all coming together. It's like watching a reunion band all back together. The boys are back in town. So we got the Great Replacement. Isn't that great? Yeah, China is Umbrella Corp. We just have to wait for Nemesis to come. I'm waiting for Nemesis to hit the streets, and then it's all gonna be it'll all fall into place. Oh, 100%. So we got the great bangers. So we got the Great Replacement from Tuk Tuk. We got Tom Cotton with the coronavirus was made in a lab and released onto the world because China hates everyone.
they want to be the country that claims credit for finding those drugs or finding a vaccine and then use it as leverage against the rest of the world.
Oh, and also just I just don't understand how these people just make things up. He has no evidence to back any of this up. That's why they had to back off all the claims of that it was made in like a lab, because they have no evidence to back this up. They're just lying. They're just lying because they hate Chinese people. Not the government, mind you. They hate Chinese people. Just Chinese people. They just hate them. Because everything they want to do, they want to punish like just Asian looking people and then call them Chinese. This is incredible to me.
So I want to ask you about your three pieces of legislation that you've already put out to keep China accountable. I'm going to get to that in a moment. But just what you just said, that is why you believe we should not be giving visas to Chinese students who want to study advanced sciences. They want to get into the Gilead Sciences and the Googles of the world to steal that research. Is that right?
Yeah, Maria, it's a scandal to me that we have trained so many of the Chinese Communist Party's brightest minds to go back to China to compete for our jobs, to take our business, and ultimately to steal our property and design weapons and other devices that can be used against the American people. So I think we need to take a very hard look at the visas that we give to Chinese nationals to come to the United States to study, especially at the postgraduate level in advanced scientific and technological fields. You know, if Chinese students want to come here and study Shakespeare and the Federalist Papers, that's what they need to learn from America. They don't need to learn quantum computing and artificial intelligence from America.
I think we're gonna end it off there for that bit. So what a fun bit catching up at our good friends at Fox News. Boy, do I love them. Don't you love them as well? I know you do, because everyone loves Fox. So America is doomed. Well, I mean, with these guys rolling around, I honestly, maybe. But I'm here, I'm doing my best. We're gonna make it better, okay? We're Batman now. We're all Batman. Isn't that incredible? So at first, Shakespeare isn't American. He's English. He's British. I don't know how Shakespeare and the Federalist Papers. You'll be back. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great one, Miggy. I don't know how Shakespeare and the Federalist Papers find their way into the same grouping when talking about what people should learn from America, but cool, I guess. Just like I said, they just want to punish Chinese people, because they imagine that like just regular Chinese students are like Splinter Cell spies coming into the U.S., learning what they can, and then going back to their overlords, reporting back to command center. Say, God damn it, no. Just like reporting back to Central Command to Xi Jinping, sitting in his massive throne with like a Chinese dragon or whatever, because that's all Chinese China is. It's just like Chinese New Year at all times. And they're just like, sir, I'm back from my journey to the Americas. Here's the information on aerospace engineering that I've learned. And he's like, very good. We will overthrow them shortly.